I remember when Rogue first came out, it was always the forgotten game. This is probably because it came out around the exact same time as Assassin's Creed Unity, which had everyone really excited and kinda took away the hype from Assassin's Creed Rogue. Besides, who would want to play a carbon copy of Black Flag with previous generation graphics when you could go play Assassin's Creed Unity on your new shiny Xbox One or PlayStation 4? Assassin's Creed Rogue is definitely the least talked about game in the series and hardly gets any credit or praise. This game has been constantly overlooked by the fans and many people decide to skip the game, but in this video we are really going to dive into the world of Assassin's Creed Rogue and determine if it is really a diamond in the rough. Also, this review of Assassin's Creed Rogue will be entirely spoiler free. So obviously a big part of any game when rating it is the game's story. I feel like not that many people even know what Rogue's story is about other than the main character is a Templar. Some of you might have not even known that. The game's protagonist is Shay Cormac, who is an assassin who goes rogue and joins the Templar Order. The game starts with Shay as an assassin, and you can sort of tell from the beginning of the story that he's losing faith and trust in the Creed. After an incident in Lisbon, Shay decides to betray the assassins and try to leave the Creed. Shay finds himself in Templar hands after they take care of him and help him get back on his feet. And what I really like about Shay's turn is that he didn't plan to join the Templars or aid them. It is almost like the Templars coerced him and really gave him no other option. That said though, Shay is still willingly a Templar and willingly kills those he once called brother. Shay himself isn't exactly an extremely likable character or charming, but I did often find myself really connecting with him and feeling bad for him throughout the story. Shay is a good person at heart, and his whole motive is that he wants to keep the world safe. And it was very interesting to see the conflict he had when killing his former assassin brothers, as you could tell that he really didn't want to kill them, but again, had no other choice. What I really love about Assassin's Creed Rogue's story is how it acts as a bridge between the Assassin's Creed games. It connects to Assassin's Creed 3 quite a lot, as Haytham and Achilles have pretty large roles in the game, and it explains how the assassins were so weakened at the beginning of Assassin's Creed 3. The game also connects to Assassin's Creed Black Flag a decent amount, with multiple references to Edward, and we get to know a little bit of backstory between Haytham and Edward, since after all, Edward is Haytham's father. Adewale is also an Assassin's Creed Rogue working for the Assassins, as he was one of Edward's good friends and partner in AC Black Flag. The game also connects to Assassin's Creed Unity. I won't say how, just in case you haven't played the game yet, but the ending of AC Rogue does have quite a significant impact on the story of Assassin's Creed Unity. The modern day of Assassin's Creed Rogue is also a direct sequel from the modern day in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, as there are some really cool moments in the modern day that explain what happened with Desmond and Juno. Now, the gameplay in Assassin's Creed Rogue is alright. The main reason the gameplay for Rogue got so much hate was because it is basically a direct copy of the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they definitely could have added some new features for the gameplay. The same naval combat from Black Flag is also in Rogue, and I don't like how much the naval combat was incorporated in the main missions, and it was a lot less enjoyable than it was in Black Flag. That still doesn't mean it is bad by any means, but again, they could have made more of an effort to add more new features. Overall though, the combat and stealth is pretty fun and is still very much enjoyable, regardless of it being a copy of Black Flag. The open world for Rogue is a bit on the weaker side for Assassin's Creed games, and it doesn't offer much uniqueness as it feels and looks very dull and boring. There isn't a lot of side and post-game content for the players, which was a bit disappointing. And in my opinion, the game's graphics actually look worse than Black Flag, and that may be because colonial America just doesn't look as good and colorful as the Caribbean, which is actually probably it. I'd also like to point out that there's a remaster from this game, and well, I wouldn't even bother getting it unless it is the only way you can get it on the current gen, because the graphic changes are hardly noticeable, and it doesn't offer anything new in terms of gameplay or content. Assassin's Creed Rogue is often forgotten by the Assassin's Creed community, and honestly the game to me is probably the most underrated game in the entire series. It is not perfect and it definitely has its fair share of flaws, but I think it is still a very fun experience and it is definitely worth playing if you haven't checked it out yet. The game is also like $6 as of right now, which is an incredible deal, and it will definitely be worth it, especially if you are invested in the lore of Assassin's Creed. Thank you all for watching, and let me know if your opinion on Assassin's Creed Rogue may have changed after watching this video. And if you are thinking about getting this game, please let me know if this video helped down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we are almost at 500 subscribers. Anyways, that will be all from me. Have a great day, and remember, you make your own luck. That's something Shay says in the game a lot.